If you are one of the 5.6 million Canadians who have installed the COVID Alert app on your phone, this next story is particularly for you. It might not be working. That glitch we told you about last week, Health Canada says it's still not fixed. And Laura McQuillan is here with the details. Laura, apparently, according to Health Canada, it's iPhone users who aren't getting necessarily exposure notifications.
That's right, Heather. And as soon as our colleague Thomas Dagler told us about this, the first thing I did was went and opened my COVID Alert app, because that is what you are meant to do. If you haven't opened it for a while, it might not be doing those exposure checks in the background. And we were talking about this just a week ago, with the government saying it had fixed the issue, but it does appear to persist on iPhones. Fixed for Android, they now say. We don't know how many users are affected by this. The government's saying that 8,200 of those one-time keys have been given out to people that have tested positive, but that means, this issue means, that perhaps they haven't been passing on those exposure notifications. We were also believing in the past that this had been an issue since the start of November, but now we're learning it might have dated back to early September, with one user telling us that she didn't get any exposure notifications in her log, so showing the app wasn't working properly for 2 months. Now, Thomas Dagler checked in with the head of Health Canada's COVID-19 task force on this, and she talked us through the details. She said on some phones, if an app's not opened every now and then, it gets moved into the rarely used apps, and therefore it won't be checking in the background. So she said open it every few days. That will trigger it to restart those checks, and it will keep working. Here's more of what she told us.
Have been some occasions where where COVID Alert would have been put in the rare bucket and therefore not been doing any notifications during that time. It takes, legitimately 5 seconds to just open it and then just close it right away. That just indicates to your telephone that it is an app that you're using regularly or frequently. So maintain the level of service that it does for all the active apps on your phone.
Heather, you'll recall back in June the Prime Minister talking about this app said it's something you can just download and forget, but it doesn't seem to be the case. Some technical experts are worried that this extra step, having to open the app or remember to open the app to then trigger it to do the checks, will be a step too far. People might forget, they just might not want to. So a reminder from them, once again, the best advice is this is a fallback, but there's no substitute for keeping your distance, wearing a mask and following that public health advice.
Laura, thank you very much.